Hello everyone, Tony Winston here for Classical Piano Workshop. I'm going to work on a Sonatina by Dussek. Now I've got lots of students that work through the classical repertoire using Suzuki piano books, and there's some really great sonatinas, especially in book 3. Has two great ones by Clementi and one by Kulau. But a lot of times, you have families where a brother and a sister or, a couple of siblings are taking lessons, and you don't want to give them the same pieces all the time. And I thought this Sonatina by Dussek was a pretty good one. It's in a lot of Sonatina books and things. And of course, there's a free PDF down there in the what do you call that thing down there? The description, yeah. Click on that, it'll go right to the PDF, just print it out, there's no problem. It says Allegro non tanto. That means Allegro, but not too fast, okay? So, and, it starts off with mostly just eighth notes, And if you get going too fast there, it turns into 16th notes right away. And if you want to keep a nice steady tempo, don't be going too fast on the first part. Now, that's a little slower than the piece can go. It can go a good deal faster than that. Some interesting things here. When you have this kind of rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Normally in 4/4 time, the beat 1 and beat 3 are the strong beats. But when you have rhythms like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that 2 there in the middle is a half note, you give that a little bit more sound rather than the first beat. So one of the things that's cool, I think anyway, is that rhythm. And then it takes off like a rocket right there. Things you obviously need to do in any kind of classical piece when you're doing Alberti patterns here. Keep them very soft and bring out the right hand. You can practice this by ghosting. That's where you just move your fingers like this on the patterns here and then play with a firm right hand. Don't be real soft with it. See, and I even changed up to that chord. You couldn't hear it because I'm ghosting. And even if you're good at doing this, just practicing that technique once in a while will improve your playing. Now that measure's cool. That's the same kind of rhythm, but it's compressed. It's 1 and 2 and. So when you have a long note like that in the middle that comes kind of on an offbeat, you give it an extra sound. And in this book, it has an accent there. And then back to the theme again. The B section. Right there, that G sharp is really unexpected. So how could you make that sound cool? Sometimes you can emphasize something by just being extra soft. So I think that might be a good place to bring the volume down suddenly. And sometimes that makes listeners listen up. And then we're back to the A section again, though it is a little bit different to finish the piece. All right, let's look at the ending. So in the last section, we've got all these Alberti patterns again, but there's one place where it takes a pretty quick jump, and let's go over that spot. First, we've got a measure of C major with a little G major chord. Then we've got D7, or just D rather, and back to G. There's our D7. And that's the quick jump right there. Now, it's not hard to do. Even if you can't reach a ninth like I'm doing, you just reach out for it, and then your hand can jump there. And you really should probably practice that without even looking at it. Like that. And, keep your thumb soft as you do this. Try not to crash into that note down there. Whoa. Whenever I start working on a new piece, I always try to figure out where my practice spots are going to be. And, things that are fast, things that have big jumps, things that are chords, those are usually little spots. So the first one comes right here. This is why it's a spot. So I want to practice that a little bit. Make it nice and even. That one wasn't, but that's a pretty good one. Maybe the very first one up there that I missed. Yeah. This is kind of nice too, because you can do a little crescendo, but then don't be loud on the last note. Make it a surprise softness. And maybe put your thumb under. Or not. Left-hand things would be, the patterns. Then I go over the chords. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and three and four and one and two and three and four. Oh yeah, some little jumps there. I want to be sure I'm going to do these easily.